Western Mass News 11 at 11.
After months of asking the Springfield district for additional mental health resources in their schools, a group of Springfield students is still calling for answers from their school leaders. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Western Mass News 11 at 11. I'm Chris Pisano. Western Mass News reporter Maria Wilson heard from some of those students at tonight's Speak Out, and she joins us now live in studio with the latest. Maria.
Chris, school may be out for this summer, but a group of Springfield students is continuing to push for more to be done inside their schools when it comes to mental health resources.
The lack of mental health resources available for teens is an issue that I am passionate about resolving.
A group of Springfield teens continuing their months-long push for more mental health resources in their schools. The Springfield School Committee allocated $30 million towards mental health resources, but students say they don't know where the money is going, which prompted students to request a copy of last year's budget.
What we received is a document that unless you're a financial analyst for the district, you wouldn't be able to interpret the information that was given.
On Wednesday, the group ripped up and threw away the 560-page document, saying what they received was too vague to understand.
We still don't have any better idea of what the money is actually being spent on.
Students say even with millions of dollars already in the district's budget, they still feel unheard and unsupported.
Is it enough? Is what the schools are doing enough for you and your peers?
No, it is not enough, and we have voiced that multiple times to the system.
Students say there is a significant need for additional funds for adjustment counselors and extracurriculars at school.
Administration kind of tries to avoid teens and their mental health problems and issues just because that's easier to look over. I feel like a lot of teens don't know that they do need help, so I feel like kind of more one-on-one relationships with the adults in our school.
Springfield Public School Superintendent Daniel Warwick responding to the teens' efforts, saying the district is committed to serving their students. He told us in a statement, quote, "To imply that the district is unconcerned about the mental wellness of students is misleading at best. This topic remains of utmost importance, and the district continues to invest heavily in mental health services." For the 2023-2024 school year, for example, we are investing upwards of $30 million in a suite of various mental health services, which even with our previous investments in mental health resources is an unprecedented allocation. And the group tells me that they will appeal their response sometime next week, and Superintendent Warwick says that he and the district will continue complying with their requests for information. Reporting live in studio, Maria Wilson, Western Mass News.
Maria.